America turns 250 years old this year, and the New York Times is marking the occasion with a sweeping look at the food that built a nation. Writer Kim Severson sets out to answer a deceptively simple question: what did Americans eat, invent, and obsess over across 2.5 centuries, and what does that tell us about who we are? The piece identifies 25 inventions, crazes, and cravings that defined the national diet, decade by decade. The examples alone are telling: sliced bread, soul food, and Cheetos. 3 things that could not be more different in origin, audience, or cultural weight, and yet all 3 are unmistakably American. Severson opens with a candid acknowledgement that sits at the heart of the whole project. America's food history is short compared with the ancient cuisines of the world. That is simply a fact. Chinese cooking stretches back thousands of years. French culinary tradition has its own deep roots. Against that backdrop, 250 years is barely a blink. And yet, the article argues, something distinctive happened here. Some of America's greatest food hits were imported, brought over by enslaved people, by immigrants, by travelers and traders. Soul food, for instance, has its roots in West African cooking traditions reshaped under the brutal conditions of slavery. It became a foundation of American cuisine. That story of borrowing, adapting, and sometimes appropriating runs through much of what Americans call their own. Then there is the question of influence. The United States has had an outsized impact on how the rest of the world eats, and not everyone welcomes it. Fast food chains, processed snacks, and industrial agriculture have spread far beyond American borders, for better and for worse. The article does not shy away from that complexity. What emerges is a portrait of a food culture that is restless, inventive, and deeply shaped by the people who arrived here from every corner of the earth. From the kitchens of the colonial era to the convenience store shelves of today, American food keeps moving, keeps changing, keeps absorbing new influences and spitting out new obsessions. 25 snapshots across 250 years. It is a reminder that what ends up on your plate is never just about hunger, it is about history, identity, and the ongoing argument over what it means to be American. That is your food briefing for today. Thanks for listening.